Alright, so something substantial in this episode. More stuff's definitely coming your way, but more importantly, we're going to talk about Stan Kroenke, we're going to talk about Josh Kroenke, we're going to talk about the fitness issues before the North London derby, and Emile Smith Rowe get well soon. Arsenal's number 10 has undergone a surgery that we have to talk about. Of course, we're going to talk about more stuff, and if you seek regular Arsenal content, the best place to be, consider subscribing. The first news: the owners of Arsenal and Liverpool joined Chelsea's Todd Boehly in looking into establishing a multi-club network pioneered by Manchester City's owner, City Football Club. This is coming in from Ed Aarons, who writes for The Guardian. So yes, there will be like that. Stan Kroenke is understood to have explored the possibility of acquiring clubs in Brazil, Belgium and Portugal. Arsenal sources have played down any immediate plans, but are believed to want to develop their existing links with the South American country in particular. This is coming in from Ed Aarons as well. So the flourish in the next decade of, in the remaining part of the decade from the Kroenkes will be seen in different part of the European continent. So definitely things are gonna change, and if it does, we'll definitely talk about it as we have the update. But more importantly, Mikel Arteta, and what about Folarin Balogun? But first, let's talk about Kaya Kainak's report regarding the injury update. So Arsenal have received positive news on Kieran Tierney's fitness ahead of the North London derby, and of course Tottenham, and of course they are remaining hopeful that Thomas Partey, Alexander Zinchenko, and Takahiro Tomiyasu could all be available for the game, reports Kaya Kainak. But before announcing anything about Folarin Balogun, first let me tell you about another report from Kaya Kainak, which says that it is understood that Arsenal have now begun considering taking their remaining players for the World Cup period on a warm weather training camp to Dubai. There is also the added bonus this year of Dubai's proximity to Qatar. So imagine what they're planning is, if you are out of the World Cup early, and if you're an Arsenal player, you could join the club. Since it's from Qatar to Dubai, it's not far. So that's really cool, isn't it? But more importantly, also Jonas Fatou say that Mikel Arteta would like for Folarin Balogun to extend his contract at Arsenal and then be loaned out for an extra season at Reims, with the extension by a season of the loan currently being studied should Reims avoid relegation this season. Do you think this is the right idea regarding the development of Folarin Balogun? Plus, what Folarin Balogun has said is something really positive about Mikel Arteta before going out on loan to Reims. And I'm loving it. I'm really loving life. I'm understanding what he meant. It's very interesting. But let's talk about Douglas Luiz. God, if you remember last days of the previous window, Arsenal offered some money for Aston Villa, which they thought no, they would not want to sell Douglas Luiz to Arsenal at that moment of time. In the January window, definitely Arsenal is going to go back for him. So it looks like, according to this is actually coming in from Mark Irvine. So Mark Irvine says from The Sun that Arsenal will make another move for Aston Villa midfielder Douglas Luiz in January, and hope Villa could finally be persuaded to cash in with less than 6 months left on his contract. Arsenal believe that a £15 million bid would be a more than reasonable price. So it's interesting to see that. But yes, less than 6 months. I want to know from you guys. Comment and let me know. Should Arsenal actually pay £15 million for Douglas Luiz, or wait for him to get him on a free? Well, with what Arsenal have, the depth is not that good, and we are waiting for some breaks. Plus, the month is really, really congested for Arsenal. We got a lot of games in this month, man. So let's see. In the upcoming month, October. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? 15 million for Douglas Luiz in January, or free? Let me know what you guys think. Also, Bukayo Saka on Instagram story actually received a customized Mont Blanc pen from Gabriel Jesus as a gift. Saka is happy. We're too happy as well. Also, let us discuss the elephant in the room. So Emile Smith Rowe, after specialist consultations and discussions with Arsenal medical team, Smith Rowe underwent a surgery to repair a damaged tendon in his groin. this week it is hopeful he will return to full training in December. Now, if you guys know, Emile Smith Rowe has been suffering from a groin problem from a very long time. Even during the time, under Unai Emery, that's the time that he's been suffering from that problem, and he would want to solve it once and for all. We've been missing him this season a lot. Arsenal's number 10 has undergone a surgery, and of course, we are all behind him. Well, in the comments, do let me know your support. Take your support for Emile Smith Rowe. Yes, and official update from Arsenal is that he has undergone a successful surgery, and Arsenal are hopeful that he will rejoin training in December. So congratulations to Emile Smith Rowe. Get well soon is what I have a message for him. If you have a message for Emile Smith Rowe in the comments, you do let us know your input as well. But yes, I am really interested to know. Also, there were reports from Tottenham Hotspur's side that Dejan Kulusevski and of course Hugo Lloris are injured. I feel that both of them are a gimmick. That may not be true. I don't believe that in the first place. So let's see if that is true or not. But I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. For regular Arsenal content, best place to be. We cover a lot of the transfer window. So stay tuned for that. And of course, subscribe.